Good morning. This is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess bringing you day 268 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be September 25th if you're starting at the new year. A manual for teachers. Introduction. The role of teaching and learning is actually reversed in the thinking of the world. The reversal is characteristic. It seems as if the teacher and the learner are separated, the teacher giving something to the learner rather than to herself. Further, the act of teaching is regarded as a special activity in which one engages only a relatively small proportion of one's time. The Course, on the other hand, emphasizes that to teach is to learn, so that teacher and learner are the same. It also emphasizes that teaching is a constant process. It goes on every moment of the day and continues into sleeping thoughts as well. To teach is to demonstrate. There are only two thought systems, and you demonstrate that you believe one or the other is true all the time. From your demonstration, others learn, and so do you. The question is not whether you will teach, for in that there is no choice. The purpose of the Course might be said to provide you with a means of choosing what you want to teach on the basis of what you want to learn. You cannot give to someone else, but only to yourself, and this you learn through teaching. Teaching is but a call to witness to attest to what you believe. It is a method of conversation. This is not done by words alone. Any situation must be to you a chance to teach others what you are and what they are to you. No more than that, but also never less. The curriculum you set up is therefore determined exclusively by what you think you are and what you believe the relationship of others is to you. In the formal teaching situation, these questions may be totally unrelated to what you think you are teaching. Yet it is impossible not to use the content of any situation on behalf of what you really teach, and therefore really learn. To this, the verbal content of your teaching is quite irrelevant. It may coincide with it or it may not. It is the teaching underlying what you say that teaches you. Teaching but reinforces what you believe about yourself. Its fundamental purpose is to diminish self-doubt. This does not mean that the self you are trying to protect is real, but it does mean that the self you think is real is what you teach. This is inevitable. There is no escape from it. How could it be otherwise? Everyone who follows the world's curriculum, and everyone here does follow it until she changes her mind, teaches solely to convince herself that she is what she is not. Herein is the purpose of the world. What else then would its curriculum be? Into this hopeless and closed learning situation, which teaches nothing but despair and death, God sends her teachers. And as they teach her lessons of joy and hope, their learning finally becomes complete. Except for God's teachers, there would be little hope of salvation, for the world of sin would seem forever real. The self-deceiving must deceive, for they must teach deception. And what else is hell? This is a manual for the teachers of God. They are not perfect, or they would not be here. Yet it is their mission to become perfect here. And so they teach perfection over and over, in many, many ways, until they have learned it. And then they are seen no more, although their thoughts remain a source of strength and truth forever. Who are they? How are they chosen? What do they do? How can they work out their own salvation and the salvation of the world? This manual attempts to answer these questions. The introduction to A Manual for Teachers reminds us that we are always teaching no matter what we do. Just by existing, we are teaching. Ideas, in essence, are contagious, and we teach what we believe. Do we believe that we are a separate self, or do we believe that we are all one? We will radiate this, whichever is the one that we believe. The situations that we encounter, the present moments that we encounter, will be catalyst to allow us to demonstrate and therefore teach what it is we believe is true. And in so doing, we become convinced of it. We are being taught what we teach. We are always the recipient. Indeed, we are all one, are we not? Therefore, how can we not be the recipient? In one of the other small channeled works called The Song of Prayer, we learn that we are always praying, that in the sorts of thoughts that we are thinking, they are always a type of prayer. So we are always teaching and we are always praying. It's interesting, it says that we're even teaching when we're sleeping, that our thoughts of teaching even go into that place and state. Is that also true for praying? I suppose probably so. We have sort of a tongue-in-cheek phrase in our world, a saying, do as I say, not as I do, to often, with irony or humor, point out the tendency to have double standards when one is in a position of power. And we, in this world, tend to think of teachers as being in a position of power. And that's not really how it is when we understand the oneness and that the only thing that is real is love. I am reminded of Jesus teaching his disciples at the Last Supper what leadership really means by getting down on the ground and putting on an apron and washing their dirty, grimy feet, an act which shocked and dismayed them. And Jesus said, if you don't let me wash your feet, you have no part with me. To which Peter exclaimed, not just my feet then, but my head and hands also, which is adorable. But Jesus exclaimed, this is symbolic. The message is that this is what real leadership is. It is being the servant of all. The one that loves their life shall lose it, but the one who hates their life and serves others shall find it. And to this sort of teaching, words are really very insignificant to that which we radiate by what we believe inside. It would be possible to say exactly the opposite of what we're teaching, which would be confusing, but what is being taught is what we actually believe, not what we say. If we take reincarnation into account, which is reasonable when the Course talks about us coming here repeatedly and practices shaving off thousands of years from our time in waking up, who amongst us might be here because they have, in essence, taken the Course in a previous life and are now learning perfection by teaching it? And after reviewing what is the body found in the show notes, we go on to lesson 268. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not be your critic, lady, today, and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it. For thus will I be able, too, to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe. And it is only this we seek today. That is our lesson for today. Happy practicing.